up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expected to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys?
Okay, Holly. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run.
Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
From the gun, it's Hawkins. He's got enough. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
The Cowboys trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Hawkins fighting off the defender. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Defense looks like they're coming. The corners are walked up tight. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They put the brakes on it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They're all over it, and it's a sack.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle and prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Out wide left, it's Carter. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun. Rushes on. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
Needs it here on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. In the red area, it's Coleman Williams. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Snags it, and there's running room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Got him on the RPO. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw again. Left side is Coleman. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Hammond. Out wide right, it's Hudson. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's squarely...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, here's Quentin Joyner. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And guys, I don't know if they got the play call in quickly enough, but still the quarterback has to make sure the snap gets off on time. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points. They get the score and maybe a little extra time with the trainers in recovery after the game as a result of that hit.
He's going to be taking an ice bath after this game. This is a physical defense, and this quarterback knew coming into this game he was going to have to make plays like that. He knew he was going to get hit. He knew he was going to get punished, but you're just seeing so much maturity. So impressive watching this quarterback play from the pocket.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw on 1st. Look out! Right side, it's Young. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. They'll go to the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Makes a move. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Texas Tech sideline. I am keeping my eye on what's going on with their field goal kicker right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, but in this opportunity, can they rely on the guy that's already missed here in this game? Cook could go for it, but
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
But how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Handoff to Joyner. Runs through a tackle. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Well, that's a double whammy for the offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to keep the clock ticking. Not only do you lose yards running the football, but you also went out of bounds, so you stop the clock, essentially helping out the defense.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Rush right in his face. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is on its way. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Over the middle, complete to Coleman.
And that's a great way to start this drive. Listen, we understand the situation. We need a touchdown, we need a 2-point conversion, but you can't get all of that on one play. Stay consistent, plenty of time still left on the clock. Dink and dunk if you need to. Take what the defense gives you.
Turns it loose deep. He's got it down the right side. Finds a seam. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And that is the play this offense needed, and it comes from a long shot in the passing game to now get within 2 late. And you know this coach is going for 2 at this point now. You're dialing up your best 2-point play. But what a great job of execution by the offense in a huge moment in this game.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. From the red zone, it's Hawkins. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Pass to 6. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
looking downfield. Williams open on the right side. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Red Raiders come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Makes the grab.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
They'll give it to Joyner. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed.
He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Here's Quentin one more time. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
From deep, it's Barnes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. These are the games, these are the moments, this is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Paul, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Out wide left, it's Barnes. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking deep. Quick step and go. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. He wants to throw it again. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. The Cowboys can really attack on this second and short. He wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their third. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they add 6 more. With that trip to the house.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo's going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds.
Makes the catch down the right side. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Barnes. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Under pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, we're here late in the game, and this offensive line is still getting the job done. He had all day long to throw that football here. In the fourth quarter, these guys haven't slowed down, but just not able to come up with a completion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go back to the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field again.